Hi everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs reading today. Looking at a bit of a tougher question today. We are going to be asking, what are you avoiding? Okay, so some of the messages may come through as positives and negatives. We're going to get a bit of a mixture of both today. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what exactly you are avoiding. So for some of you, things you're avoiding facing or dealing with, people you're avoiding, issues you're avoiding, experiences, past stuff coming through for some of you. I feel we'll sort of see what comes out for you. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. Coming into Halloween, we will be having a few, of some of the darker kind of readings. We will have that shadow work reading on the full moon as well. So that will be the 15th. I believe 17th, I think it is. 15th, 17th, something like that. We'll get to it. It's not really that far away. So next week, that's shadow work reading, and from then on out, we are going to sort of start looking at some of the darker questions. But sort of thought I'd do a quick little one to ease us into the spirit of Halloween today. Okay, so I will be using the Cosmic Insights Oracle as well as the Alada Lenormand. Okay, so going to get sort of straight on into it, as always taking timestamps, so you're more than welcome to check that description box for your specific sign and swap straight to that, starting off with Aries. Okay, Aries, what are Aries avoiding? Aries, what are you avoiding? What is Aries avoiding? We do have let go, Aries. Make room for the new beginning that's on its way to you now. So what we're avoiding letting go of something that's happened in the past, someone from your past here, Aries. We will clarify that as we go, of course. But there is a new beginning trying to come in for you, Aries, but it can't actually hit through into your reality until you let go of whatever that is that you're holding on to from the past. We do also have communicate. You're avoiding communicating. Who are you avoiding communicating with? Is it with yourself or is this with somebody else? Once again, we will clarify. That one does say compromise, forgive, work it out. I feel like those are separate kind of energies. That communication energy does feel to be more linked in with the new beginning rather than the thing that you need to let go of here. But we'll have a look here. Okay, why is Aries or the thing that Aries is avoiding? Clarifying let go for Aries, avoidance. Okay. We have the feminine as well as the cross, clarifying what you need to let go of here, Aries. So there is something that you're feeling very burdened by your emotions, to do with this. It's obviously a person, since we're seeing that feminine energy there. Now, that doesn't mean that it is a feminine. That can sort of, we don't really genderize with the Lenormand. We do sort of just see that as someone maybe a little bit more emotional, attuned than you yourself, or you're just having a lot of emotions to do with that person. It may be specifically to do with a mother figure that you're needing to let go of some stuff that has happened between yourself and your mother, or a mother figure. For a lot of you there, it may be, the mother of your children, that kind of energy, the baby mama drama kind of thing coming through a little bit there. But it's kind of like a lot of there may have been a strong spiritual connection with this female. Like, I do feel that for a lot of you it is an actual female, although, like I said, I don't like to genderize, but for a lot of you it is an actual female there, but it's just somebody very nurturing and emotional, or somebody that you do still hold on to a lot of emotions about that connection. It's time to let go of that so that you can, and for some of you, it's not necessarily letting go of the person, it's letting go of what's happened between the two of you, so that you can experience a new beginning within that connection. With the cross there, we do sort of see that you are avoiding the spiritual side of that connection as well. So destiny has a plan is what I want to say here. So there is just some stuff that you're needing to forgive from the past with that person. For some of you, you may need to communicate forgiveness with that person or from that person, and work things out a little bit more about the past with that person so that you can let go, find a bit of closure for that, so that you can have that new beginning here. But we'll clarify the communicate card specifically, because I'm still feeling that for others of you, this is something separate as well. Aries, clarifying the communicate energy for Aries. Why is Aries avoiding communication? Yeah, so we do see a lot of inner conflict here. You're kind of punishing yourself a little bit here, Aries. We have the whip there. So it's kind of like you're punishing somebody, or you're punishing yourself by not communicating with them. You're kind of like, well, if I don't talk to that person, we can't fight about it. If I don't talk to that person, um, you know, that's my punishment, or that's their punishment for what's happened. So, once again, it's kind of feeling as though that conflict is more yours. Not going to lie, Aries, that you're maybe in conflict about, what do I say to this person? How do I approach this conversation? How do I communicate with this person? I am still picking up that for some of you, there is a punishment aspect here. Are you punishing yourself by not talking to this person? Are you punishing this person by, closing off communication to you? Um, we also have the ship there, Aries. So it's time to move forward and communicate. Okay, it is time to start to have that new beginning for yourself, to move forward and understand that this is just part of the journey. That it's time to get back up on that ship and set sail again. And even if it is a little bit emotional, even if it does start an argument between you and this person, sometimes we do need a little bit of that conflict in order to learn how to deal with conflict and to get through the conflict. A lot of the time, if it's somebody that you want in your life, conflict is a resolution. Okay, conflict helps you find a resolution between yourself and this person. It helps get the wind in your sails, get you moving towards that new beginning, that new adventure for yourself here. So, I'll leave that to you, Aries, as to decide whether that was both of those cards were for one person or for two specific, like two separate things. I do feel it's kind of 50-50 with the collective there, that for some of you, that's all to do with one energy, and for others of you, there is a bit of a split. Okay, but that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Getting closer to the full moon, I would recommend your moon sign, of course. But subscribe, and I will move over to Taurus. Okay, Taurus, what are you avoiding? Taurus, what are you avoiding? What is Taurus avoiding, please? Oh, Taurus, we have intimacy, sexual chemistry, and reminiscing. So a lot of intimacy there. It's not just physical intimacy either. It can just be that emotional intimacy, like showing your vulnerable side to somebody. Why are you avoiding allowing people to get close to you at the moment? I do feel as though for a lot of you, this is the reason why we have the liar energy. Okay, so for some of you, you are specifically avoiding somebody that you perceive to be a liar, regardless of, whether they are or are not. It does say be careful of somebody sneaky, but I do feel that for a lot of you, this is why you're holding back, allowing people to get really close to you at the moment, because you kind of feel as though you are the liar, Taurus. Sorry to call you out like that, Taurus, but it does feel as though you're kind of like, you're feeling like you're the one that's, you it's kind of giving me this energy of feeling like you don't deserve to be close to somebody, and you're feeling like you're putting on a fake phase, and if you allow them to get too close to you, that you're a liar because you're allowing them to be close to somebody who, you're kind of, it's this energy of like you're allowing them to get close to you, but you feel like deep down, I'm a liar. I'm not really the person that they think I am. All that kind of energy. It feels like it's wrapped up a little bit with your self-worth here, Taurus. But we'll clarify that message for you. Okay, Taurus. What is Taurus avoiding, please? Why is Taurus avoiding intimacy? Okay. So we firstly have the book coming through here, Taurus. So it's kind of like that's why you're avoiding this. It's that liar energy once again, because as soon as you allow somebody to get close to you, all of a sudden they can see the truth of who you are. The book really does talk about your inner secrets, your mysterious side. That's what that liar energy. You feel as though you're hiding something about yourself and about your, because what's kind of hiding there is that it's like, I'm not good enough. This person, if I let this person too close to me, they'll see that I'm not good enough. That's kind of what I'm getting there from that. They'll learn, if they learn too much about me, they'll see that I'm not as good as they think I am. That kind of energy. We also have the stork and then the anchor. Okay, Taurus. So for some of you, this person may be an Aries with that stork coming through as well. But it's kind of like you don't want this person to get the wrong idea about who you are, and that's why you're trying to hold back, because you're like, if they get too close to me and they learn too much about me, they might get the wrong idea that I'm trying to deceive them, that I'm a liar, that kind of thing. It's a bit of a weird energy there, Taurus. But with the anchor as well, it's you kind of trying to stir things up within yourself as well, and trying to stir up more of a, trying to get things moving forward, because you're feeling a little bit stuck, because you kind of know that holding this person or holding people at an arm's length, it's not serving you the best. It's keeping you a little bit stuck. It's weighing down on you, because you want to be close to people. You want to be able to rely that people, once they get to know you, that they're not going to turn away from you. So you're trying to stir this energy up within yourself. You're just trying to beat out you're just avoiding this energy of like, because deep down I feel like I'm a liar. I'm presenting a false version of myself, kind of thing. And you are trying, though. I can definitely see that. But the more that you keep trying to ignore that little voice that's telling you, I'm just putting on a mask. This, if they see the real me, they won't like me. The more you ignore that little voice, the less stuck you're going to be, and the more you will actually, come up with new ideas on how to, you know, be more secure within your own self. Okay, Taurus, it's got to do with your self-confidence and your security of who you are, and that sort of stuff as well. So um, time to stop avoiding that, Taurus, okay? But that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe, and I'll move on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, what are you avoiding? Gemini, what is Gemini avoiding? What are you avoiding, Gemini? Oh, Gemini, this is an interesting message. Firstly, I have the Guardian card coming through here, Gemini. A lost loved one watches over you. I also have the liar energy coming out. Be careful of someone sneaky. So this is giving me a very specific message here, Gemini. The thing that you're avoiding is this. This is lovely for Halloween. I love this for Halloween. Um, coming up to Halloween, Gemini. The thing that you're avoiding is you feel like a fraud, that you are struggling to believe that something is real. And it's to do with spiritual stuff. It's to do with ghost babes, okay? I'm clearly hearing all them ghost babes. That's the phrase I'm hearing, all the ghost babes. So I don't know I don't know if that's like you're just thinking about it like funny or if it's like babies, or you're trying to play it off like it's a joke, but it's like you're kind of like lying to yourself about this, because you're kind of like what's happening here, Gemini, is you're telling yourself you're not experiencing something, and you know that you are. Deep down, you know that it's real, and you know that you're for a lot of you, you're in contact, and there's stuff going on around you spiritually that you're kind of trying to tell yourself that's not real, that can't be real. So that's the kind of specific message I'm getting here, is that some of you literally are like, there's like energy attached to you, whether it's actual ghosts, because a lot of the time the ghost stuff, not everyone is able to experience that to start with. And not everyone experiences it in the same way. As example, I myself, there's only been once or twice I could actually, say that I have physically seen with my eyes a ghost. Okay, I'm just going to use the phrase ghost because that's what's coming through here. The way that I perceive that energy is very, very different to a physical sight kind of thing. We humans have a lot more than just sight as senses, okay? So I do pick up on a lot of other senses, and a lot of people do. A lot of people might hear things or even get a taste or a smell, or a feeling, like, because that's the thing. This is something that a lot of people don't realize, is that emotions are a sense as well. Like your feelings are a sense as well, and it's not just physical touch feeling. Okay, there's like, you can feel energy as well. So you're kind of trying to tell yourself, no, that's not real. That's not real. That's not really happening. But you're lying to yourself if you're telling yourself that it's not real, is what I'm clearly getting here. I'm clearly getting that there is something or someone, some ghost, or even more than one for some of you there, trying to connect to you here, Gemini, and you're kind of trying to ignore it. Clarify this message for Gemini. Why? What is Gemini avoiding? Clarify this message for Gemini, please. Yeah, very interesting, because we have the dog coming through first, which is, loyalties, understanding and compassion. And that's what's being requested of you, support. It's support. So for some of you, it's not even so much like a ghost. It's more along the lines of like spiritual support, like team coming through, trying to get through to you, like spirit guides or ancestor guides or whatever you personally, it's going to be different for everyone, of course, but it's like a support thing, and it's like trying to get your understanding coming through here. And we have the tree coming through, so there's this need for you to to grow and mature that spiritual side of yourself, to try to open up to that and allow that a little bit more. To for a lot of you here with the tree there as well, this is definitely connected to your family tree, that ancestral stuff for some of you as well, especially too with the tower here as well. So that's older, from the past. So I do feel as though this is, for some of you, this is specifically like an ancestor, someone from your family tree, a loved one that has passed on, that you feel very connected to. The tree energy is very connected to your family base, regardless of blood. Okay, so it could just be a friend that you have lost that is very, very connected to you. They may be older than you, or so as in like a grandparent. I'm getting for some of you there. They may be a very it may be even older than that, because I am seeing, for some of you, I am seeing some ancestral stuff that it's like it's going back, because I am seeing like, I think it's out of like the Hunchback of Notre Dame movie, where it's like the bell tower, but it's like a very old building with a big tower, like a bell tower. It's kind of giving like, well, maybe it's because of the deck I'm using as well, because this deck is an Italian-based deck, so it does connect very strongly with like Roman imagery and all that sort of stuff as well. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that really old, Vatican architecture, like Roman big columns and those sorts of things. So for some of you there may be an ancestor connected to, Greek or Italian or Roman or, Egyptian even, I'm getting for someone there. It may be something connected to some of that sort of stuff as well. But I am getting like very big, solid, ancient structures here with that tower. So there is the need for you to sort of grow your experience a little bit more and grow your understanding of what's going on here, because there is some stuff trying to connect to you, and what you're seeing is real, what you're feeling is real. Stop doubting yourself so much, Gemini. That's what you're avoiding. You're avoiding, it's kind of giving me the question of, but what if it's real? That's what you're avoiding, asking yourself, but what if it's actually real? Because it's scary as hell when you first realize, holy crap, this is real. It can be really scary. So learn as much as you can about what you're going through. You are more than welcome to reach out to me through email if you just want to know. I can maybe tell you where to start looking or what to start looking up for yourself there. So you're more than welcome to email me as well. All my stuff's in the description box. Okay, Gemini. But that's what we've got for you. Like I said, it's a relatively straightforward, clear kind of message there. Ghost Babe's trying to get your attention, Gemini. Okay, but you're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to Cancer. Cancer, what are you avoiding? Cancer, what is Cancer avoiding, please? Cancer, what is Cancer avoiding? Ooh, Cancer, your intuition. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you in the butt later. So your intuition is trying to tell you something. Okay, for those of you who are on the cusp of Gemini, or have strong Gemini, I suggest watching the section we've just done for Gemini as well, because I am picking up that some of you need to see that as well, with that intuition, that because it may be spiritual stuff going on for you as well. Okay, Cancer, that you're ignoring your intuition, which for some of you it's like there's you spirit guides, or your intuition is trying to tell you something specifically, trying to guide you in a specific direction, and that's what you're avoiding. Okay, but for others, everyone else, that's sort of just the bulk of the Cancer collective here. We do also see intimacy. Okay, sexual chemistry and reminiscing. So that's not just physical intimacy, that is just, emotional intimacy as well. And for some of you, you're avoiding your intuition telling you that, because I'm kind of getting the opposite, because that intuition card does say the red flags you're ignoring now will come back to bite you later. Whereas I'm feeling that what you're doing is you're avoiding that intimacy, because you're like, oh, but if I allow people to get too close to me, it'll hurt me later on. But I'm getting quite the opposite here. That the more that you're avoiding that intimacy and you're avoiding allowing people too close and you're avoiding that sexual chemistry, that's what's going to come back and bite you, because that's it's kind of like your red flag. Not going to lie, Cancer, that you're ignoring your intuition. I feel like for some of you here, your intuition is trying to push you to be more open and intimate, vulnerable with people, allowing that person to get a little bit closer to you. But we'll see here with the lenormand as well. Cancer, what is Cancer avoiding here, please? Intuition and intimacy for Cancer. What is Cancer avoiding, please? This is kind of giving me another message as well. Firstly, we have the crossroads coming through. So it's kind of like choosing to follow the path that you know you need to follow. So that's what you're avoiding, is choosing to follow the path you need to follow. Your intuition is trying to say, Cancer, go right here, Cancer, turn right. And you're like, I'm just going to exert my free will and go left because I want to go left. Even though I know I should go right, I'm going to go left anyway. So it's kind of like you're exerting your free will a little bit here by refusing to follow your intuition. Because, and then even just using that same example, left is saying to you, I'm going to go back through that cycle I've just been through. I'm going to go back to the past and do it all over again. I'm going to, that cycle that I wasn't really happy with, I'm just going to not let anyone get close to me, and I'm just going to repeat that exact same stuff that I've just been through. So the left hand is the past, and it's cycles and patterns that, your intuition is trying to say, go right. You can break the cycle. Go right. And you're like, nah, la, 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 I'm going to go left and do it over again. Why not? So just be aware that that's what's happening here, Cancer, that you are kind of choosing to, the more that you're ignoring your intuition, you're actually choosing to put yourself back through that same cycle that you've just been through. Okay. And that cycle, I feel like it's probably not actually where you want to be. It's time for you to break that cycle and move on to the next stage, because we do have the coffin coming through here, which is all about endings that bring brand new beginnings for you. So it's time to end that left-hand path cycle, start the right-hand path new cycle, the new beginning, the new journey that you're needing to get on this ship and set sail into the new beginning for yourself. And that new beginning, it does involve following your intuition and opening up to people around you just a little bit more, being a little bit more intimately vulnerable, both emotionally and physically as well. For some of you there, being, allowing someone to get close to you, allowing yourself to get close to them. Okay. But free will at the end of the day, Cancer, I can't force anyone to do anything, but your intuition is already trying to tell you. But that's what you're trying to avoid, okay? So you're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo. Leo, what are you avoiding? Leo, what is Leo avoiding, please? What is Leo avoiding? Leo, what are you avoiding? Oh, I just shuffled the... It always does that to me. Ooh. Leo. Firstly, I want to show you this one. Intuition. You're avoiding your intuition. Your intuition's trying to tell you something. That card says the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. You're ignoring some red flags, Leo. I did just have that intuition card for Cancer, but it feels very, very different for you. I just want to clarify, before I show you this second card, I do just want to clarify if that is somebody else or this is a part of you yourself that we're about to be looking at here, Leo. Who is this person? Is this Leo or is this somebody in Leo's energy, please? Somebody else, Leo. It could be a Virgo, I believe. No. Let me just double check. A Virgo. It could be a Virgo around you. Okay. The red flags that you ignore now. We have the narcissist card as well. Someone is too full of themselves. So you're ignoring somebody's arrogance. You're ignoring somebody's, I don't like the word narcissist, but it's coming through as arrogance, that they're very full of themselves, that they're very game player type energy. When I've asked to clarify who this person is, we have the coffin as well as the tree. The coffin is about endings that bring new beginnings. It's closing the door on something so that you can, grow, mature past this situation. So I do feel as though for some of you, this is someone maybe from your past that you're needing to grow. You're like ignoring the red flags that you're ignoring that you're avoiding is actually growing into the new beginning and fully closing the door on this person. Okay, I do feel that for some of you, they're not even physically in your life. It's like more of a past energy that you just need to sort of heal a little bit more from. Okay, and you're avoiding doing the work to heal and grow and get past that person. Clarify this message for Leo, please. Clarify this message for Leo. Yeah, it's definitely someone from the past here. I have the mice on the bottom showing us that it's someone from the past. We have, clarifying this, we do have the clover and the lily. Okay, so this is kind of telling you that now is the time to stop ignoring this, to stop avoiding, dealing with this healing. Okay, to do with this person. It's with the clover. It's kind of like take a chance, jump in the deep end, and ask yourself to really listen to your intuition and open up to yourself. Be vulnerable and emotional with yourself about your true feelings here, so that you can grow and move forward from this past person, because it's kind of saying that if you don't take that chance on yourself and your own healing now, this is still going to be in your life 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Do you really want to be that person, Leo, who is still holding on to somebody from the past that you haven't seen? By then it'll be 10 years, 20 years that you haven't seen this person or dealt with this person, and yet you'll still be holding on to that energy. So it's kind of asking you, are you going to do the right thing for yourself long term by letting go of this energy and healing from this energy now? Okay, it's time to stop avoiding healing from that person. Okay, I do feel for a lot of you, this person is someone from your past that you have dealt with in the past. They're not actually currently in your energy, Leo, but that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, what are you avoiding? What is Virgo avoiding? Virgo, what are you avoiding? How am I getting this same? I keep shuffling and I keep getting the same card. You're like the third or fourth card sign to have that in a row. At least 3. Cancer, Leo, and now you. Wow. Virgo, what are you avoiding, Virgo? And I do feel as though it was Gemini had that as well, or a message connected to that as well. I will need to clarify this. Virgo, you are avoiding listening to your intuition. Okay, we have your intuition coming through here. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. So you're avoiding, you're ignoring your intuition. Your intuition is trying to tell you, no, no, Virgo, no. I do feel that with this no, there is that little B on the card here. I do feel as though for some of you this has got to do with something social and community. Like bees work, as part of a community. That's what I'm getting. It's like a social energy. It's not the right time. So you're trying, your intuition is trying to tell you it's not the right time to have that social interaction, be involved with that social community or whatever. I'm hearing that community, Dick. That's what I'm hearing. So your intuition's trying to tell you, no, don't jump on that community. That's community. That's a community, Dick. So regardless of gender, okay, flip it. That's what I'm hearing, though. I'm hearing that specific phrase. So I don't know exactly what that means, but, you might know who that is. If that's someone, that your intuition's trying to tell you not to jump on that or jump in that, okay? Whatever the situation might be for you. Clarify this message for Virgo, please. What is Virgo avoiding, please? What is Virgo avoiding, please? Why do I always get the sex messages for you, Virgo? Like, what? How will Virgo know who this person is or group of people is? How will Virgo know who this person is or group of people is? It's definitely something social. Like it may be linked to an event or meeting up with friends or, accepting a certain invitation or proposition that you've been offered. Your intuition's telling you no. So don't compromise with your intuition is what I'm hearing. Because we do have, you'll know who this is by garden. Okay, the garden is how you'll know who this person is. So the garden is the social card. So it may be a social group. That you're having to kind of avoid at the moment. Or it's just kind of like just don't 100% trust that group. It may not have your best intentions at heart, or there may be something else going on. It's just not the right time. If you're seeing red flags with that group of people or that meeting, because now I'm getting given like the example of like, it's like you see it in a lot of the movies, like Mean Girls and all those sorts of movies, like where it's like a group of girls will invite someone, oh, meet us at this, because I'm seeing like, I can't remember what movie it is, but it's like someone invites a girl, like a group of girls invite a girl to like they say, come to our costume party, and they're like, everyone's dressing up as this, and it might even be a Halloween party. I'm seeing this movie, and it's like she gets to the party, and she's the only one dressed up. It wasn't really a costume party. She's the only one that's dressed up, or she's like in this elaborate costume, and everyone else is just in the sexy little Halloween costumes, little fake costumes, but not really dressed up. It's just giving the vibe of you're the only one that shows up fully dressed up. Like, because now I'm even seeing like you're invited somewhere and told that it's black tie, but you get there and everyone's in jeans. See, I'm being given those sorts of examples here. So it's just like a group that may not have your best intentions at heart. They may be being a little bit pick-me, malicious stuff going on there. Because with the cards I've got here, I've got the Clover, which is, it normally talks about a few different things, but all it's telling me is jump in. And then we have the Rider, which is telling me jump up on the horse, jump in, jump up on the horse. But it's kind of telling me that this is the red flags. Don't go. Don't jump in. Don't jump on the horse and go. Don't take the risk. The risk's not going to pay off. Okay? You need to stay at home instead. We have the house there as well. So the risk is not worth getting on the horse and riding into that social thing. Stay at home instead because it's safe and it's secure. So stay, trust your intuition, because your intuition is trying to tell you, no, don't go to that social thing, whether it's a social event, a meeting, a party, something you've been invited to, or a social group of some sort. Okay. Your intuition's trying to tell you not to go to that, and I'm kind of trying to tell you the same, but you're avoiding listening to your intuition when it comes to that, because it's just feeling like that vibe of, but I really want these people to, I really hope that they're being genuine, so I really want to go. Don't get your hopes up with that group of people, Virgo, unfortunately. Okay. So that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But subscribe, and I'll move on over to Libra. Libra, what are you avoiding? What is Libra avoiding? Just doing a double shuffle here, Libra, because I've just had the exact same card come out for like 3 or 4 signs in a row. Libra, what are you avoiding, please? Oh, that's very oppositional energy. Just one more for Libra. What is Libra avoiding, please? Why am I seeing oppositional energy here? What is Libra avoiding? That kind of makes it make a little bit more sense. If this doesn't resonate for you, Libra, don't take it, okay? because I do feel as though this is not going to resonate for everyone in the Libra collective. Getting this close to a full moon, maybe check your moon sign if this is not going to resonate for you. Because this is a hard message to tell you, Libra, I'm not going to lie. Okay, because the thing that some of you are avoiding, the cards I'm seeing here, it's a hard message to hear. And it may trigger some of you, not going to lie. The first card I have is the divorce card. Experiencing a breakup. So a breakup, a divorce. Some of you may be avoiding allowing a situation get to that, or you're trying to avoid the breakup even though you know that may be what's necessary here. The reason I saw oppositional energy was because we have the love spell card. You have been bewitched. So, love and then divorce, they're kind of opposite, right? But that love spell card is actually somebody else. Someone else. Someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. So it's kind of like, are you, to put it very bluntly, Libra, are you trying to avoid the fact that the person that you are trying to avoid a breakup with, are you trying to avoid the fact that they are involved with somebody else, or that they are in love with somebody else? Or I don't want to call you out too much, Libra, but are you trying to break up somebody else's relationship? It could go a few different ways there. Are you avoiding the fact that you maybe are the third party? Clarify this message for Libra, please. What is Libra trying to avoid? What is Libra avoiding here? Or is that you with the third party? Do you know what else this is? For someone, this is not like, I know the word divorce is a bit freaky, the breakup, and someone else is in the middle. Do you know what this actually is for someone? This is actually a child is in the middle, okay? It's like a child trying to play the parents off against each other. So for some of you, it's not as crazy as it seems, okay? The child is trying to play you guys off against each other. And it has the potential. That's why you're trying to avoid allowing this get to the point where it separates the adults in the situation, because, the child is just being a child and trying to get, be a little bit selfish. Children, that's just how children roll. But we do see the bird here as well as the stars. Okay, so there is a conversation that needs to happen in regard to, hang on, what do we actually want here? What are we actually aiming towards with this connection? Are we aiming towards making sure that we don't break up? Are we aiming towards not letting someone else get between us? What are our hopes? What are our what are our dreams and wishes when it comes to this connection? We need to have that conversation. That's what you're avoiding in the truth here of, how do we stop this from rolling out of control? Are we really going to let a child get in between us? Are we really going to let somebody else get in between us? I'm picking up for someone here too that it might be like a family member. It may not be an actual child. It may be a family member. Like I'm getting like somebody's family member just trying to break you and your person up, trying to get in the middle of your relationship and cause drama just for the sake of drama. Like they're being immature and selfish is what I'm getting with that child energy. That it may be somebody's mother or sister, or so. It's a very feminine energy coming through there as well. So whether it's a female child, a female sibling, a female friend even for some of you maybe. Someone else just trying to get in the middle of that relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean that there is cheating or anything like that, okay, Libra? It's just somebody else trying to get in the middle of that connection and cause a breakup. And I feel as though there's a lot of time before that would actually get to that, but it's kind of trying to give you this trigger warning, Libra, because if you don't address this now and you don't have this conversation now, if you keep avoiding this problem, it's going to get to that point in the future. All right, so something to maybe think about, to stop avoiding that issue there, Libra. Okay, you are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. I'm just going to take a quick break and then we'll move on to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, what are you avoiding? What is Scorpio avoiding? Ooh. Scorpio, we've got some material stuff that you're avoiding in your life at the moment. So we do have the gambling card has come through. So some physical stuff, definitely problems with addiction or gambling and bad finances. So there's something about your finances that is needing a bit of an extra look at the moment. For some of you, it may not be actual financial gambling. It may be making risky choices, impulsive decisions, those sorts of things are coming through as well, especially because we do have the health card coming through. So you may be gambling with your health in that sort of a sense. All right. It may be, actual addictions for some of you. Health issues could arise. So there definitely could be some physical issues. For some of you, it may be even just as simple as not paying enough attention to your diet or exercise, not drinking enough water. You're kind of just gambling with your health a little bit at the moment, but I do want to clarify that, of course. Okay, so you're just avoiding the physical stuff at the moment. Maybe a lot of you are just doing quite a lot of internal stuff at the moment, and it's and you're just putting your physical on the back burner, but it's time to pay a bit more attention to the physical world stuff at the moment. Okay, Scorpio, what is Scorpio avoiding, please? What is Scorpio avoiding? Oh, yeah. Okay, so Scorpio, we do have the bear coming through. So you're avoiding nurturing yourself. You're avoiding putting up boundaries. Okay, especially for some of you too, we do have your card coming through, the snake. But I do pick up for quite a lot of you. This is avoiding putting up boundaries when it comes to sex. Okay, so that may be the risks you're taking when it comes to your physical health. You may not be protecting yourself, physically when it comes to sex. You may be allowing, avoiding somebody taking too much power and control over you. You may be taking too much power and control over somebody else. And I do feel that for a lot of you, it's got to do with sex, with that snake energy there. It does feel very physical, very, very physical with that snake energy today. Sometimes it can talk about other things, like you may be, there may be an element of deceiving yourself into thinking, oh no, it'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. I don't need to protect myself. You do. Okay. You're avoiding protecting yourself when it comes to sexual stuff. Okay. So for some of you, that those impulsive choices, impulsive decisions, and sex addiction, it may be, sleeping around unprotected, those sorts of things. We do also see the clouds here. So you're avoiding thinking about the potential risks as well. You're kind of avoiding thoughts about that. So, hopefully after hearing this reading, you're kind of like, okay, I'll think about it. It's pretty straightforward for you there, Scorpio, and that's pretty much all that's coming through. So that's what we have for you. If that doesn't resonate for your situation, that is fine. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. leave it for whoever that message is for. You know, subscribe to the channel and we will move on over to our Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, what are you avoiding? Sagittarius, what are you avoiding? Do you know what? I'm just having a moment of self-clarity here, Sagittarius. I'm avoiding getting to the Capricorn reading because that's going to call me out. I know it. But right now we're asking about Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius avoiding? Sagittarius, what are you avoiding? Interesting. Sagittarius. I will need to clarify this because it's not coming through with a very straightforward message as of yet. Firstly, we have the Liar card, okay? Be careful if someone's sneaky. But it's got to do with your house or moving house. We have the moving energy there. Change of residence or moving in with your partner. I am picking up that for some of you, it's like your living situation. Someone it's like showing me someone who's like not being fully honest about their financial situation, or you know, they're not paying a bill and they're telling you that they've paid the bill. It's telling me that sort of stuff. Clarify this message for Sagittarius. Clarify this message for Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius avoiding? And for some of you, that may be you, that you're just avoiding being fully honest and open with someone about, you know, your fears about the living arrangements, or your doubts about moving in with this person, or your uncomfortableness at the location that you're at and you want to move. For some of you, you may be hiding some information from somebody about your living situation or your feelings about your living situation. What is Sagittarius avoiding? Please clarify this message. We have the clouds coming through. So and then the next card we have is the Scythe. So you're avoiding thinking about change to do with the housing situation. You're fearing change, or you're avoiding thinking about what happens if, you know, like we have to move. What happens if you know, the landlord decides they need to do renovations, or what, you know, it's like the Scythe is something unexpected, sudden happening. But you're trying to avoid thinking about that. But it feels kind of inevitable. It feels like a change of circumstances around like connected to your housing, but also connected to we have the masculine energy there. Someone taking power and control. So you're avoiding thinking about taking control of the housing situation, taking control of the finances to do with the housing. Avoiding thinking about, you know, having to change flatmates or something along those lines. Change of masculine energy, change. For some of you, you're avoiding the fact that, you know, for some of you, you want to break up with someone, or you fear that someone is going to break up with you and therefore, you know, move out, or that moving in with this person is going to lead to a breakup, or something like that. So you're avoiding thinking about it at all. I haven't done this for any other sign, but Sagittarius, advice for Sagittarius with this situation, please. No one's been getting advice other than you. Your advice, we have the mountain and the flowers there. Give it your all. Give it your best shot. Okay. Yes, there may be some obstacles. Yes, there may be some challenges or blockages here. Give it your all. You won't receive anything in return if you don't give. Okay. Give it, it might take a lot of hard work and perseverance, but as long as you give the best of what you got, you give it a shot, things will work out and you will receive the reward for all your hard effort. Okay, so maybe for some of you, you're just scared that someone's being sneaky, or I am feeling a lot of fear there rather than actuality. So maybe think about it. Try to think about it, and and know that even if I do need to overcome some obstacles or challenges here, that as long as I give it my best shot, that it's got a much better chance of working out. Not giving to the situation at all it's definitely going to fall apart. It definitely will change, and your fears will be realized, okay, is what I'm sort of picking up there. But that's what we have for you, Sagittarius. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe, and I'll move on to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, what are you avoiding? Capricorn, what is Capricorn avoiding, please? Capricorn, what is Capricorn avoiding? Okay. We have the Narcissist card coming through, Capricorn. Someone is too full of themselves. I'm getting selfish. Someone is being selfish. You're avoiding seeing this person's true colors. You're avoiding seeing how selfish this person is being. The fact that this person is stuck on a loop of that behavior, I feel, for a lot of you. We have the Cycles card coming through, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. So you're avoiding that this is part of this person's pattern. This is the cycle that you've got. It feels like you're a bit trapped in this cycle, Capricorn, with this person. Clarify this message for Capricorn, please. Clarify this message for Capricorn. What is Capricorn avoiding? What are you avoiding, Capricorn? Yep. We have the Tower coming through first and foremost. Some of that once again, with that narcissist energy there, that selfish energy I was talking about, that Tower, it does talk about somebody sort of in isolation. So it's kind of like this person is, up in their tower, and they've got all their defenses up, and you're kind of avoiding recognizing that this person is a tower all by themselves. That because I am kind of getting the Tower from tarot card coming through as well here with that Tower, that you're kind of avoiding that tower falling. You'd rather just deal with it and just put up with the cycle than and you kind of feel like it's your karma to put up with this. I feel a little bit here, Capricorn. And that Tower energy, it's like this person is just so self-absorbed. They're so off in their own self. And you're avoiding that fact that this person is just so self-absorbed and selfish, and and the way that this person is, We have the lily there as well. So the way that this person is, it's created a foundation between you and this person where that's the long-term cycle now. That's now the long-term. That's how this connection has been built, and in order for anything to change, it would need to be ripped completely down and rebuilt from scratch. And you're avoiding being totally open and vulnerable emotionally with yourself about this situation, this person. We do definitely see a person here. We have the masculine coming through there as well. So this is somebody, I feel like this is this other person that they may be somebody very domineering and controlling even. They may be very powerful in some sort of sense, especially with that tower as well. They may be like very authoritative. They try to exert their authority on you, and you're kind of just letting it happen. With that cycles card, it's something ending, something beginning. It's time to smash that tower to the ground and see where it falls, if it can be rebuilt or not. I am getting that masculine energy, somebody very full of themselves, very arrogant, very selfish, very wrapped up in their own self and their own, they want to control everything around them kind of energy, very chaotic masculine energy rather than divine masculine energy. How will Capricorn know who this person is? How will Capricorn know who this person is? We have the bird. So maybe somebody who's very, it's like with the bird, it's also the owl, okay? So it's like, use your wisdom. You already know, Capricorn. I can't even really tell you. Like, you need to have that conversation with yourself because your wisdom knows who that person is already. You need to have that conversation with yourself. You need to, be vulnerable with yourself and say, look, Capricorn, is this what you really want long term? Are you willing to put up with this long term? Because I'm seeing long term energy that this person is kind of stuck in this cycle. But I also just want to clarify here, because with that cycles card, it does say fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. I just want to double check there's nothing outside of this message here. Clarify that cycles energy for Capricorn, please. We have the fox. Yeah, this person is just stuck in that cycle, okay? The fox is very masculine energy as well. It can be perceived as that narcissistic energy as well, someone who's very selfish, very self-absorbed. Once again, coming through with that, they say what they need to say to get the best results for themselves. They may be a bit sneaky. They may be, playing games. They may be a bit of a player. So advice for Capricorn. I feel like the advice is kind of worry about yourself. Yeah, we have the bear. Protect yourself, nurture yourself, put up boundaries between yourself and this person, Capricorn. Okay, so you already know this, Capricorn. You know it needs to end because it's not serving you long term. I knew that the Capricorn reading would call me out. Let's put it that way. Okay, but that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements. If you do know who that is, cross-watch as well if you need to. But subscribe, and we will move on over to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. What are you avoiding, Aquarius? What is Aquarius avoiding, please? Interesting. We have the pets card coming through first, Aquarius. Are you avoiding your pets? Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. So for some of you, your pets may be feeling like you're avoiding them a little bit. You may be avoiding a certain duty. I'm feeling like for someone here, you've been putting off training a pet. For some of you here, you kind of been putting off getting a pet, and you know that you really want one, and you've been putting it off. It's time. It's time. Get that pet. Get a lizard. They're so cute. I'm seeing a dog for a lot of you though. But it's just because, this is the interesting thing too, because I'm getting the distance card as well. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. So I feel like that's your pet. When it says your partner, I feel like your pet just feels like you're distant. You're a bit distant, that you're not talking to them, playing with them, loving them as much. Maybe you've had to travel away and you were not able to take them with you, those sorts of things. And you're just avoiding your pet for some reason. Can I clarify this message for Aquarius, please? What is Aquarius avoiding, please? Firstly, we have the snake. So some of you definitely need to get that reptile. um, the snake can talk about a few different things. But I'm hearing that song, "You're as cold as ice." And I'm getting shown like the references to Medusa, the gorgon with the snakes for hair, and it's like, if you look at her directly, she'll turn you to stone, and then as soon as I see the stone, it's going, "You're as cold as ice." So your pet's just kind of feeling like you're a bit emotionally distant, that you're deceiving yourself, that they don't need you as much as they do, and that they don't notice. They're just a pet. They don't care about that stuff, but they do. Your pet's like, "Aquarius, come back." We have the sun here as well, so they just want to spend time with you because you're avoiding happiness at the moment, and I think that's the crux of the issue. Is that's why they're seeing this emotional distance in you, because you know your pet and playing with your pet and spending time with your pet. Um, and for those of you who don't have pets, it may just be like just animals in general, needing to spend time with animals. Go to an aquarium or a zoo, or maybe that's what the distance is, having to go a distance to go to a petting zoo or something like that. Because that's where your happiness is, and that's why you've been avoiding this, is because you're trying to avoid being happy. Okay. For some of you, it's quite physical as well, that pet needs a little bit more sunshine. They want to walk out. They want to go out in the sunshine. We also have the cross here as well. So, that tells me that you do have a very strong spiritual connection with this pet or this animal, regardless of whether you know that or not. Because with the cross there, and then the snake as well, I'm seeing that Slytherin out of Harry Potter, where they can talk to snakes, and like your pet's trying to talk to you and trying to make you happy and trying to tell you that it's I just want to be with you. I just want to curl up in your lap. I just want your attention. What a cute little message. That's actually kind of cute. Why are you avoiding your pet, Aquarius? And if you don't have a pet, like I said, go and make an effort to spend some time with animals. Because for some of you, it may be an animal near your house that considers itself your pet, and you don't realize that animal considers you its owner. And it may be like I'm getting like a wild bird, or a cat that lives somewhere in the neighborhood, and it's like, "Hey, I haven't seen Aquarius for a while. Aquarius hasn't paid me any attention. I needed my Aquarius energy. Come back. Such a random message, Aquarius. I kind of love it. Let me know in the comments if you have a pet and what sort of pet. Is it a lizard and why not? I do have a lizard, obviously. A little bearded dragon. Sometimes he's in here with me when I'm filming, so sometimes you will see him in the videos as well. Okay. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Check your other placements if you want. Check your animals' placements. Check your animals' sign if you know it. Okay. That's what we have for you. But moving on over to our Pisces. Okay, Pisces. What are you avoiding? Pisces, what is Pisces avoiding, please? What is Pisces avoiding? Oh, seeing love, basically, here. On the bottom of the deck, I have the love spell. You have been bewitched. Which, the first card I've got here, though, is honeymoon. Honeymoon phase or attending someone's wedding. So, but I'm kind of getting that you're just avoiding love. You're just avoiding dating. You're just avoiding those sappy little lovely feelings of love and getting to know somebody a little bit more. And it's kind of like anything lovey-dovey, you're trying to avoid it at the moment. So I am even picking up for someone here, Pisces, that there's a movie that you're avoiding and you're avoiding it because it's romantic. I don't know why I'm getting that message, and I don't know what the movie is that you're avoiding. But we also have, this is so interesting because we also have gold digger. They want your money being used. So I feel like for some of you, that's why you're avoiding love, is because you have a little bit of fear that you're going to be used. I don't really feel as though it's necessarily for money, although for some of you, you definitely could be a little bit wary of, the gold digger kind of energy. I feel like it's more about being used. You've been through a lot, Pisces, and I feel like that's why you're holding yourself back from, putting your toes in the water when it comes to love. You're kind of just worried about being used for, whatever. There's a lot of things, There's this whole, what do they call it? Hobosexuals, where people that date people just to have somewhere to live, and there's a whole bunch of random things that people use people for, which is sad state of the world, but it just feels like you're a little bit fearful of that kind of stuff at the moment. But let's have a look here, Pisces. What is Pisces avoiding? Clarify this message for Pisces, please. What is Pisces avoiding? Sorry, Pisces. Not meaning to laugh too much. I must have a lot of Pisces that watch the channel that date men, because Pisces, what are you avoiding? Men, okay? The first card out, we have men, and I'm thinking of my Pisces best friend, and she will know. She knows that. Sorry, Pisces, I can't help it. It's just cracking me up because, when you're a single female, all right, there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of chatter about, the bar is low, so sometimes we just avoid the bar altogether. This is like, the energy is cracking me up, Pisces. It's hilarious. Like, if you're not feeling the humor in that, I'm talking about you avoiding love, and then lo and behold, here you are avoiding men. Okay, even if you don't date men, it's masculine, logical kind of energy. It's partnership type of energy. It's I don't want anyone to control me. I don't want anyone to, put their authority on me and have their expectations on me. We also have the Garden, okay, which is my dating card. So you're avoiding dating just as much as you're avoiding men. So even if you don't date men, you're avoiding dating people in general. You're avoiding getting out and about to meet people. We also have the Crossroads. So Pisces, you're avoiding following your own path, because with this coming through so strongly that this is what you're avoiding, and then to see the crossroads there, because you're avoiding the choice and you're avoiding making that decision to date or to meet anybody new. It shows me that there's somebody in your energy trying to get in, that there's a path that's trying to open up for you. You're like, no, I don't see that path. Nope, no yellow brick road in front of me. Sorry, I'm going that way. There's no road over there. I'm just going to go this way instead. But you're kind of avoiding making the decision, ignoring the decision even exists. But I feel like there is, with that card coming through, that road's there. You're just choosing to ignore it, is what I'm getting, Pisces. I just want to double check here. This path that Pisces is ignoring, who's on that path for our Pisces? We have the Tower. Somebody older than you or from your past. We have the Mountain. Somebody quite tall and big and strong. So once again, I'm getting males coming through with those energies. It may be somebody from your past. It may be a Capricorn with those two cards here. It may just feel like too much work to bother. You'd rather stay locked up in your tower, and even if you hear someone at the bottom going, Rapunzel, Pisces, let down your hair, you're like, nah, that's too much trouble to put in the work to get to know, to like bother throwing my hair out the window and letting you climb it. And who could be bothered, says Pisces. There is someone there, though. There is someone around you, Pisces. Are you going to avoid them forever? Can you avoid it forever? Because especially with the Tower showing as that person, the more you try to avoid things with the Tower energy, the more the Tower likes to force itself upon you. Okay, the more that you exert your free will and ignore the path that's available to you, the more the universe likes to pop on in and go, guess what? Here you go, Pisces. Can't ignore it anymore. That's what we have for you today, Pisces. More than welcome to check out your other placements. If you want to keep avoiding that, check out your moon sign. We're getting so close to the moon, full moon. Moon sign's usually a good one. Maybe your Venus sign as well, since we're trying to avoid love. That may be interesting to see what's coming through for your Venus placement. But that's what we have for you, Pisces. More than welcome to check those placements. Please subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.